Hi, I'm Brian Thompson here in Rapid City, South Dakota. I'm a local real estate investor and realtor at Remax Advantage. What we got going on here is a remodel project that we took on, and we're gonna go ahead and walk you through the project. First off, we're gonna do all new windows. The siding actually has 2 layers of it on there, so we're gonna rip all this off and start all over. We're gonna take it all the way down to the sheeting and make sure that it's sealed up properly. We're gonna end up doing a nice deck here. We're gonna end up doing an egress window right here to add in a legal 3rd bedroom. Just because we're out here, we're gonna go ahead and take a peek at the garage real quick. We're gonna end up doing new siding, a new garage door, a new man door, plus we're gonna do a new roof, make that garage look really nice. This place is quite the mess. We got it, and there was legitimately piles and piles of trash in this project. We got it all cleared out. Probably cost me about $1,300 to $1,500. We already kind of started doing some of the demo work in here, which is coming along fairly nicely. We're actually gonna take this property all the way down to the studs. That way we can make sure it's sealed up properly and that the electrical wiring is all good. This project's gonna be quite the demo work just because it's got a layer of sheetrock, plus it's got a layer of plaster, plus the lath. So it's gonna take a lot of ripping down to get this to the studs. What they did in here originally was they actually took out this 3rd bedroom to make a larger living room, which I really did like, but to get a 3rd bedroom or a 4th bedroom in this, it doesn't quite work with the layout in the basement. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put this back. It's gonna make a smaller living room, but our goal is to try to have this house be under $220,000. So we're gonna put this back. We're gonna add another closet back in here. These 2 windows are actually salvageable, so we're gonna try to keep those. This door is fairly salvageable too, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. We're gonna take this down to the studs in here too, just because it would be a nice mudroom. Take your shoes off, get adjusted, and then come into your nice new house. Coming back here to the kitchen, we're gonna try to see if we can make this kitchen a little bit bigger. This house was built in 1920. It was actually part of a flood, and then they put it on a brand new foundation, which is impeccable. One of the reasons why I bought the property. But this right here should not be a load-bearing wall. Of course, we'll make sure of that before we start tearing into stuff. So we're gonna try to finagle a way to make this kitchen just a little more open. Give it a little more room, maybe some room for a dishwasher, stuff like that. We're gonna completely redo all this, all the floors. Hopefully we don't have to do the subfloor. We'll do new appliances. We're gonna make this kitchen look really nice. Coming back here, it's gonna be a little bit dark. It's a super funky layout. They always use nooks and crannies in these old houses. They try not to have any dead space. But what we're gonna do back here is we're actually gonna bring this wall came right here. And I'll step back a little bit so the camera can get in here. Now if you look down here, you can see that the people before, they didn't, renters, years of abuse to this property. If I was to jump on this right here, I would go through the floor. So we're gonna just completely redo all this. We're gonna end up adding new stacks in for the plumbing, all new plumbing. The door will probably go about here, I imagine. I'll have to talk to some of my guys to see what they're thinking. Then we're gonna come down to the basement, and I think that'll be where the fun is. The stairwell is super funky. Hopefully the code enforcers aren't gonna make us do anything with it. We'll see when we get that far. So one of the big bonuses of this project was that we were able to end up with a newer furnace and a newer water heater, which will really help with the budget. This area we're gonna try to turn into a decent family room. We were gonna try to finagle another bedroom down here, but it doesn't quite fit. We want to leave this window here. It would be better to cover it up just because it's kind of ugly and it'd be a pain in the butt to replace, but we like the natural light coming in here. We're gonna end up having to redo all the plumbing because if you actually look here, you can see the stack here. And then if you come over here, the way they did this plumbing is they actually have the kitchen sink right above here, running down this, through this pipe, all the way back to that stack we just looked at. Super funky. All that's gonna have to be ripped out. We're gonna have to cut into this concrete just to do it properly. That's gonna run all the way back to this other bathroom that we're gonna show you here in just a second. Coming into this is what we're gonna try to really make an awesome bedroom. It's gonna be a little bit funky because the master bedroom is gonna be in the basement. I've done it before, it's turned out very well and people have liked it. So this is where we're gonna do the egress window here, just because the other spot that we have to do the egress window is underneath the deck. So we got a really nice sized room here. It's a little bit of a funky layout just because you're not gonna have a great sized closet. I think there might be a light in here too, but who knows. Well, we got a light for this if you want to take a shot of the bathroom here. So in here, we're gonna try to redo this whole bathroom actually. We're gonna knock out this wall and bring it into that little family room a little bit more, so that way we can put a tub and stuff in here. They actually have this plumbed really funky, and we'll have to flip back around to show you, but they actually have this sink just piped right on top of the concrete into a floor drain over there, which is not gonna work for code. So we're gonna actually bump this out, put real nice vanity and a nice tub with a surround on it. So this is where they have that sink draining from right here. We're actually gonna have to cut all this concrete out just to get it to where we can connect into all of our pipes the proper way. So that was a brief rundown of this project. I've never actually documented any of my mini remodels, so I'm pretty stoked to actually document this one from start to finish. It's got a lot of work here. The budget is quite large considering that we're going to be doing all new everything, new siding, new windows, new doors, new kitchen, new plumbing, new electrical. The garage has got to be completely overhauled. It's going to be a big project, so it's going to be really fun to watch once we compile all these videos together.